We've seen the common narrative, decades of working hard and saving up, only now you're too old to enjoy your retirement money. But still, that's a milestone. You've done a great job. But what if you can fast track your financial progress? What if there are ways to save you a couple of decades of saving up? This video will give you numerous one-time decisions that will drastically improve your productivity. Welcome to Luxury Wire, where we connect you closer to your millionaire dreams. Let's get started. A whiteboard is a must-have first step. There's a massive difference between what's in your thoughts and what becomes a reality. Having a whiteboard where you write your next important goal is one of the best productivity hacks you can try. Moreover, a whiteboard may be a permanent fixture at your workplace, because when you choose to write something down, your brain is rewired in an incredible way. The ability to translate an idea from your head to reality is a critical component of your progress. Take a breather and see what you're building from a different perspective. And seeing an exact copy of a blueprint you once had in your mind can really help your mind prioritize the most important things. Next up, you should know that remembering everything is not necessary. Your brain's main job isn't to remember things, but to develop ideas that will improve your life. So start writing things down. Any note-taking app will do. Nothing fancy, just any space where you can store information. And if you'd prefer to go analog, then it's best if you can carry a notepad with you at all times. You may highlight dates in your virtual calendars when taking note of important dates. By actively doing this, you're ensuring you don't miss out on any other affair you might have in the future. Take advantage of your tools, okay? Third on our list of tips is to determine your peak hours. Here's the thing, stop lying to yourself. There are times during the day when you're at your peak performance. These are the busiest times of the day. Most people say they are more productive in the morning. And I know you might be thinking that you're a night owl, but looking back, you might find yourself doing much work in the afternoons or early in the morning. It varies depending on the person. Set aside 2 to 4 hours a day to maximize your productivity for essential activities. We'll get back to this tip later in the video, so stay tuned. Moving on, make sure to prepare things the night before. This has been one of the most effective ways to boost your productivity. It's as if you're conditioning yourself to tackle stuff before they even come. When the brain knows what it needs to do, it's most likely to cooperate with you. Preparing beforehand is like providing yourself a script you can follow. Everything has been laid out for you, and the only thing left for you to do is to deliver. When fewer obstacles are in your way, you're likely to put in the effort. If you do your planning the night before, know that you've already reached the halfway point. Fifth on our list is meditating for at least 10 minutes daily. Before you sort out your anxieties or jump straight to your responsibilities, blocking out 10 minutes every morning after you wake up will change your life. Think about it. How often do you just sit down and do nothing? We often have so much on our plates that we forget how nice it would be to just exist. For a few brief minutes, all we have to do is breathe and let the world do its thing. No expectations, no new thing to do, just you and your passing thoughts. Rigorous and extensive research has shown the incredible effect meditation can have on your life. It improves your focus all throughout the day and creates a space in your mind for new ideas to grow. Next up is to consider automating your investments and bill payments. A lot of us don't really like paying bills. It takes time and can sometimes be stressful, especially if we have so much going on. That's why we can opt for automating our payments. Freeing up a few minutes will give you more time to just breathe. We set up automated processes to handle our payments to avoid dealing with them. Once a month, we review our financial statements to make sure everything is running smoothly. This is to ensure your accounts or invoices are paid on time and eliminates any late fees. With our investments, we don't want to wait and see if the market will recover, so we set up recurrent purchases and parameters for our assets in times of market downturns. Moving on with our seventh tip for you today, try to just cap your consumption. If given the opportunity, people will have their way with everything. It's in our nature to desire things. Even millions of years ago, our ancestors would eat everything they deemed edible. We can see how this primal feeling of desire has translated even into our modern lives. It applies to food, drugs, fun, and more. Because of this, obesity-related deaths have surpassed those caused by hunger as a leading cause of death worldwide. Nowadays, the idea of doom scrolling on Twitter and binging Netflix shows seems much more appealing than making an effort to exercise. And yes, some would find the strength to go to the gym consistently. But one night out wipes out all the progress they've made. Here's the thing, you can still enjoy the things you usually consume. but it would be best to put a limit to ensure you're not going overboard. Just know that your goals are much more critical than your fleeting pleasures. The next tip is to always choose quality over quantity. Yeah, it might seem right to buy a cheap version of an item because of how it's easier to replace. However, most of the time it's better to invest in high-quality things right off the bat. Why make a purchase in the first place? You'll save yourself the future headache of replacing or choosing options available at a clearance aisle. On our 9th tip is learn to say no. Put an end to always saying yes. Don't add any additional tasks to your plate that aren't yours to handle or aren't beneficial to you. Keep in mind that your ability to carry things out is limited. You must turn down other opportunities when you agree to something you don't want to do. Most people don't feel like they're making progress towards their goals exactly because of this. You have no other options. This is it. The clock is ticking and time is running out. Accepting invitations to events or taking on new responsibilities at work will force you to make decisions that you don't need to make right now. The 10th tip is to create goals to improve your life. If you remember the whiteboard example, you should place your big goals at the top. Then you follow up with sub-goals to help you manage the significant milestone you're hoping to achieve. You might also want to find new ways to fast-track your progress even more. When we stick to a tried-and-true plan, we significantly boost our odds of consistently winning. What's more, you also need to carefully examine your current situation. Do you have your basic needs met? Do you have the resources and the means to go forward? Take time to assess where you are right now before moving forward. The average person simply wishes things were different, but successful people do the complete opposite. They have a clear path to success by ensuring they hold themselves accountable. After all, your decisions are what create momentum in your life at the end of the day. So take back control and make your dreams a reality. Moving on with our 11th tip is always have that one task that wins your day. Just do that one thing that every day that you're sure can help you progress your life. But you have to be consistent and don't miss a single day. Discipline, please. Ask yourself, what is that one task I need to do every day that keeps me winning in the long run? Of course, you don't count your everyday responsibilities because they are given and you must do them. You need to discover one thing that will propel you further each day. By acknowledging that you don't have to do everything to make progress, you'll be able to prioritize the high-return tasks you need to do. That way, you're getting closer to your bigger goals every day. Now on to our 12th tip, choose your go-to study and work music. So contrary to the common belief that music distracts you while you're working, it actually does not. Well, the wrong playlist might, but if you can create a set of songs that really help you put your focus into work, then your productivity might just be even better. For example, most studies have found instrumental music great for creating a focused atmosphere. Since there are no lyrics to catch your attention, the background instrumental can hold you in the space of intent and focus. Try picking out a couple of lo-fi or classical music songs you can play on repeat. Then watch how much work you can get done when you use them in your next study or work session. Next up is optimizing your meal plans. Some of us enjoy cooking as a hobby. We'd like to do it for our family in our free time. However, cooking for ourselves can take up a lot of time if we don't plan ahead. One option that you can do is to have your groceries delivered at home. Not only does this save you time, but also money, because once you've checked out the items in your cart, you won't be sidetracked by other things you might come across in line at the store. Now that you have your groceries, you can make your meals beforehand. Yes, meal prepping can actually create more space for your life. Sure, at the start, cooking in bulk can be exhausting, but think about it. If you just leave 1 or 2 hours per week for meal prepping, you don't have to cook every day. All you have to do is reheat your prepared food and you're good to go. Also, don't eat too close to bedtime. You'll get a better night's sleep rest to prepare you for the next day. For our 14th tip, we recommend that you actively remove temptations in your life. Remember that your victories are determined by the kind of environment you create for yourself. It's your responsibility to hold yourself accountable for the growth and potential you deserve. Whatever your goal is, you can build a place where you can focus on your growth. For example, if you're trying to eat healthier, stop buying junk food or even get rid of what's already in your pantry. The point is, you always have a choice. Are you going to make things harder on yourself, or will you make the right decisions early in the game to ensure your win? And the final advice today is to choose your clothes. You might be thinking, of course, I already do that. But this advice means picking the outfits that will last you a long time. Fast fashion has been on trend, encouraging the majority to buy clothes to keep up with what's quirky or fashionable. That being said, you don't have to hop onto this trend. There's actually a way of living that promotes owning less but higher quality clothing, and that is minimalism. This concept embraces holding things that are necessary and fulfill lasting intentions. By integrating this way of life into yours, you'll be able to save your time and willpower, allowing you to have more energy and focus on the things that truly matter. With our list now complete, which do you think will have the most significant benefit in your life right now? We'd like to know your thoughts, and that's why we encourage your comments down below. And of course, subscribe for more life-changing content just like this. And as always, thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you again at the next one.